Good evening. We find ourselves where we left off, cleaning up loose ends in Evening Lake. Most notably in Lost Fleet. Because the last time we came here, we didn't have Hunter. That said, now we do. So, the way I figure it, probably makes the most sense to do Hunter's minigame first. So I will.
Spyro! You're just in time! A Reignited skateboard gang's challenged us to a race. They said you're slower than a molten crater fire slug. I stuck up for you, though. I told them I've seen some pretty fast fire slugs. So, are you ready to race these guys? They bet us an egg that you won't win.
Bring him on.
Right on! You can use my special racing board. Every time you do a trick, it builds up turbocharge. You can use your turbos at any time by pressing the charge button. Good luck!
It's not like this, but the thought crosses my mind that it'd be really funny if, like, after doing the actual, like, race bits... Ow. It'd be kind of funny if after doing the actual race bits, there was, like, a one-on-one race against, like, a ludicrously fast fire slug. Yeah, some of the skateboard stuff is definitely harder than others. That said, I've personally never had too much issue with the races. Even if sometimes landing tricks is, easier considered than pulled off. I do like that killing crabs, gives you a bit of charge. I don't know why it's giving me the keyboard and mouse indicator for the spit.
Yes! You schooled them like a bunch of dizzy one-toed sand norks. Oh yeah, I guess we won this egg too.
Yeah, for some reason it keeps going back to the PC buttons. Oh well.
Now that the Rhinox are gone, do you want to try a real challenge? I know you're fast, but I bet you can't defeat all the crabs on the course and still beat me in a race. Want to give it a shot? All
Sure.
right. Eat my skate dust, sucker.
I may have died, but it was worth it, because, whoops. Because it was worth it, because now I've got a bunch of charge. Perish. Being friends with me will not save you. Luckily, I don't need to kill them all in one go. For some reason, going off course doesn't count as landing the trick. Luckily, it's really not hard to do either of these. Like, I really don't think I deserve to take a W over Hunter after dying this many times in, one shot. Oh well, this is fine. Nice and sedate and easy. Sedate, she says, while literally having rockets strapped to her.
Sheesh, I can't believe you beat me. You must have been practicing the whole time while I thought you were just looking for eggs. Hey, speaking of which, one of those crabs was guarding this one.
Aiden. Oh shoot, I forgot to say the name of the previous one. My bad. Also, Hunter, I feel like the issue is probably more along the lines of, you gave me the board with the rocket strapped to it and didn't keep it for yourself. Like, I feel like if he'd been using this board, he'd have done better. Anyway, let's grab all the gems that I didn't get before. I cannot use Spark's radar while on the skateboard, so I just gotta have my eyes peeled. Oh, red. Every gem is valuable, but some are more valuable than others for sure. Wait, what? There's a half pipe there? How does that work? I think that might be every gem back here, except for that one, except for that one up on the raised platform. Not exactly my best showing of dexterity or what have you. Said I think I got everything. The transition was instant. Okay, Sparks is pointing through the portal, so I think there's everything in here. Now I got to get used to controlling Spyro normally again. Oh, also, if you missed the very end of the last stream, Sparks has +1 hit point now. So when he's got like this shiny yellow glow to him, he's 1 hit point over the normal yellow glow. There's some stuff up in that shark's mouth. Gotta figure out my way up there. There's 1 Sparks level and 1 Sparks upgrade per hub. Definitely feels like something that they could have done more with, but at the same time, this game was extremely experimental. So I understand them not wanting to go like all in on one thing. You mean serious why? Maybe the idea just didn't occur to them until this one. Also, there's a gap here. Actually, is that a gap? Yeah, that's a gap. Okay, we're missing 33 gems, and sync the subs, and then a follow-up to that, which I think is probably all in that one minigame portal, if I were to guess. That said, wasn't there like a... Isn't the next game after Spyro 3 Enter the Dragonfly? You'd think that they'd do more with Sparks in Enter the Dragonfly, of all games. Okay, gotta kill all these birds. The regrettable thing about not killing all the birds on your first playthrough, or on your first time in the level, is that you don't know which ones do or don't contain gems. And unlike Ripto's Rage, you can't just be like, eh, they only have souls. Killing them is of no use to me. Oh wait, I thought that I was missing 33. I was missing about 200 more than that. Whoops. I can definitely count numbers. Too high. This might not be the cannon that I'm meant to destroy that with. It's probably not. Let's find a better one. Like that one right there, perhaps. And can I get these birds while I'm at it? Something I really appreciate about the aiming challenges in Agent 9's missions, like with the grenades and such, is they have that like little sight line to show you where your shot's gonna go before you actually set it loose. Something like that could be really handy with those cannons. I could also... Oh, hey. I could also conceivably, like, take some of those lava rocks in my mouth and spit those at the bird, but that's kind of slow compared to this. So I kind of DIY it by just spamming shots and seeing, like, the arcs that they follow. And then if I can get the arc to overlap with, like, the flight path or something, I'm just like, awesome. It'll work eventually. Especially the bit where they're, like, flying directly at me or directly away from me. Because then, like, it's a much wider window. Like that, yes. It occurs to me that if I ever did 100% speedruns, I would probably need to get good at this and be able to do it fast. Which on the one hand is kind of like a cool idea, on the other hand, oh no. I could see so many runs dying to the birds. I would memorize spots. Yeah, so many runs would die to the birds. There we go. I can't actually make this one reach any higher. I'm gonna try and find a lava rock to kill that one. Or maybe I could like blast it with my flame as it goes by. That guy died in the crow's nest. And it was one of the birds that I'd already killed anyway. Oh well. Anyway, I think that's all of them. Let's head into that minigame portal. Oh wait, also, there's the gems over here. Get those before I forget again. There we go. There were also a few in the goop, I think. Every time that particular spiral spins me around, I'm like, oh no, am I going in the wrong direction? So I did not end up taking that invincibility to where I wanted it. But I think I got a better idea of where it is now. And specifically what I'm after in this instance is the gem that I saw in this pit. Right, that's all the ones that I know of offhand. Now I will do the minigame. I like how there's a gem there, presumably, so that like Sparks Radar will take you to it if you don't find it on your own. That's cool.
These here waters used to be my favorite diving spot, but I can't get any loot with these subs patrolling around. Think you can pilot this here sub I bought for scrap?
Sure. I will ride the scrap metal submarine.
Alrighty then. Press the jump button to speed on up, and when you get a sub on your sights, the torpedo will start to lock on. If you get a good lock on, fire away with the attack button.
These eggs, I recall being something of an ordeal. You have to keep line of sight for quite a long time, and any interruption at all means you have to start all over again. Or you could just blind fire. Which I think is faster for some of these. Like that.
Well, I'll be darned. You got some mean sub-driving skills. Why don't you have this here egg as a reward?
Ethel. Wasn't Ethel the name of the girl that had feelings for Jughead in Archie comics?
Well, I hate to ask your help again. There be even more subs that don't come out of nowheres. If you could blast them, I could use this acid lake as my swimming hole again.
Sure.
Darn tootin'. Get on, little dragon.
Alright, round 2. More difficult. Let's go. When I was a kid, I was always afraid that, like, Spyro would forget to close the cockpit and then melt. I was scared of a lot of irrational things as a child. I like how that sub was like, no. I choose life. Also, yeah, you don't really have the same sense of, like... what risks are realistic. Another thing for me was, earthquakes. Like, I learned about earthquakes in school. But we didn't learn about fault lines or, like, prediction or anything. Just like, oh yes, sometimes the ground splits apart. And so I lived in constant terror that a random earthquake would just destroy everything. That wasn't too bad.
At last, the acid lake is safe for swimming again. I wish I could reward you better, but all I got's left is this here other egg. Maybe there'll be something better in this one.
Dolores. Right, and that's every egg in this level. And then there are a bunch of gems in the acid lake. I've got to be very careful not to run out of invincibility while I'm swimming around the acid lake. There's at least one thing I need to get back into the sub to blast open. That's on me for not spotting that earlier, though. Luckily, I'm pretty sure Spark's radar does work, underwater. As long as I'm not, like, swimming like this. But as long as I see gems, I don't really need a radar. Oh dear, I might be in trouble. We were this close to greatness.
You can rock. Okie dokie.
I like how it's like, would you like to ride the sub for cheap thrills? Alright, Sparks, are we done here? Is that what you're saying to me? Certainly looks like it. And now we just hunt down the last 35. This time it's actually 35. Crab jump scare. Hello? You never take your eyes off those crabs, they're untrustworthy. There we go. 20% level complete, we can leave these crabs behind. I would say something like crabs don't dance, but Crab Rape is a documentary disproving that. Alright, to Midnight Mountain. The guidebook is something that I don't struggle to use. What are you talking about? Sweats nervously. I still can't get over how ridiculously pretty this hub is. I'm a sucker for like crystals and stars and such. Let's check out the desert ruins.
Hello, you must be Spyro. I've heard a lot of people talking about all the things you've done for them. Do you think you could help find my girlfriend Tara? She went off to raid the tomb of the stone golem, but I haven't seen her since. I'd go look inside the tomb myself, but, you know, there's all these scorpions.
Alright, don't worry, little, whatever you are. I will help you find Tara, your Tomb Raider girlfriend. Who may or may not be a reference to a certain other PlayStation series. I like how the scorpions here just have guns. And we just like roll with it. Or actually, is a flamethrower a gun? Or is it like a distinct means of hurting people with projectiles? And or clearing snow off your driveway? Fun fact, if memory serves, it's illegal to sell a flamethrower, but it's not illegal to own one. So, like, if you make a homemade flamethrower, you 100% can use it to clear snow out. handy. Imagine getting this far in the game and having not unlocked Sheila. Is that even possible?
Hi, Spyro. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm just off for a bit of a walkabout right now. You know, sometimes you just long for the simple, old-fashioned pleasures of yesteryear, don't you?
I like how she's like, hey, simple, old-fashioned, and it's a side-scroller. True, one of the anti-piracy things on the original release was constantly relocking Sheila. Lester. I hear the name Lester and I think of a prank call gag from The Simpsons. I would categorize that one under unfortunate things to be called. Pete. That one's less unfortunate. Well, that was a fun, if brief, diversion. I wonder if these hands are meant to be jade or something else. I can't remember if jade is, like, exceptionally rare, or if it's more of like an uncommon thing. Oh, you. Die.
Well, Spyro, I bet you're glad to see me. It just happens that I know the password to open the door to the tomb of the stone golem, but it seems to have slipped my mind for the moment, if you know what I mean.
I don't know why all of my dialogue is starting on the last text box. Okay, fine. Open the door for me, please.
Very well then. The password to open the tomb is... Are you ready? Gullible!
Yeah, how about flammable? You know, Moneybags has some redeeming qualities, but not nearly enough. Not nearly as many as he needs. Don't mind me just casually getting comboed. Oh, rude. Oh, also very rude. Regrettably, I couldn't really see that one coming. The camera only goes up this far. Rude. I worked out a system eventually, and that's what really matters. Let's head back up there and drop down the circular hole. We have a Spyro. Where does it go? That's right. The square hole. Fun fact, the girl who did the square hole reaction video put out another video called The Redemption Arc, where the guy who did the dialogue the first time puts them all in the right holes the first time. And she's crying from relief.
I've been training my new pet manta ray to carry the latest technology. Super high impact underwater missile launchers. Wanna ride them and try blasting some sharks?
Sure.
Just watch out for the Shark Riders. They're carrying the latest JX-5 underwater tracking ammunition.
You know, I wonder what the lore implication is of, the sharks having these things, the mantis having these things, Sergeant Burt, oh no.
Try not to get hit by the exploding ammo, okay? I don't want to scare off my new pet. Ready to try again? Right on!
There's some high-tech stuff going on in the background of this setting. Oh, I found the go fast button. It's the same button that it always is. Did Hunter actually tell me how to go fast? I feel like he did, and then I probably forgot. It's a shame that sharks look so scary because they are generally pretty friendly. But they're so cool. They look great as enemies. Oh no.
Nice shooting, comrade! Where'd you learn to aim like that? Oh, by the way, Bianca wanted me to give you this egg. She says she accidentally turned it into a woolly mammoth for 5 minutes, but it should still be okay.
What is Hunter looking at? He's looking at something above me. Sadie? Also, I like how when I dropped into that scene, I charged Hunter first thing, because I was holding down charge from being on the venti ray. Oh, true. Thinking of Bianca. That would do it. Hey, Sparks. Thank you, Sparks. Once again, imagine doing this sort of thing without the radar. It's not an amazing time. You rotate. Yeah, like people have, but it's painful. Anyway, remember that other PlayStation series reference? That's right, Gran Turismo. Anyway.
Well, look at you. Showing up here to raid the tomb after I've done all the hard work. I've spent all day pressing switches and shoving boxes around, and you just waltz in here expecting to claim the treasure? Well,
Yeah.
you might as well have it. It's only a lousy egg anyway.
Marty. Tara, what you fail to realize is that the real treasure is your life, which I've allowed you to keep because you gave me the egg. Anyway, gotta find a way back up to that, I gotta find the key to open this, and I've gotta find a way onto that other hand. Spyro just had a little bit of a seizure. Oh. Oh, I saw the key. I will keep its location in the inescapable vault that is my mind. And I've also got to get onto this thing. And this looks like the only place to get to it from. So I probably just need to, glide better than I did last time. Now, the vault in my mind is, you're thinking of a vault that's easy to get into. Oh, there we go. I got the opposite problem. It's like, once things are locked up in there, they don't come out, ever. It stays locked. Mistakes were made. Like, my mind vault is one of those, like, trap dumpsters that they use to catch thieves. Where it's like you can get in, but then, like, it locks behind you. Things escape at random intervals that I have no control over. Hello there, Egg. Nelly. That wall looks breakable. And so did that guy's face. Oh, thank you for the key. And I think I see the box that opens. That said, I think I have to go all the way around to get back to it, so I will. Luckily everything's open, so it shouldn't take that long. These levels are actually really small when you're going through them quickly. Like, surprisingly small. At least to me. And there we go. I spent, what was it, 800 gems on this level, and then I got 700 out of it. Crystal Islands is one that I haven't started. Aesthetically, this one's probably one of my favorite levels, just because, as previously mentioned, I'm a big fan of crystal aesthetics.
Spyro, don't tell anyone, but we were stolen some magic from the sorceress. We're hiding here whilst we practice using it. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of an accident and turned everything into crystal, and it seems to have aggravated the indigenous creatures.
Yep, everything here, including the enemies. Most of them, anyway. Use crystal. They told me that cubes didn't grow on trees. Now who's laughing? I'm fond of jokes where the punchline is, now who's laughing? Or some variant thereof. Like the classic is, when I told my teacher that I wanted to be a comedian when I grew up, she said that my dream was stupid and that I should give up on it. But then I grew up and I became a comedian. Nobody's laughing now. Something like that. Anyway, we're actually going to take a 5-minute break here, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to restart the game because I don't like whatever text box bug is going on. So, 5-minute break, please use this time to refill your beverage, go to the bathroom. I'll do this in the background while that's going on. I'll see you shortly. I return. My apologies for the slightly longer than average break. That said, turning the game off and on, in that order, fixed it. Oh, I like how this guy punches the ground and it's like iridescent. But I don't like it enough to spare his life. Well, that's cool, they like charge up the light in their head. That's a fun detail. Okay, there we go. We're back and we're going strong. I kind of wonder why the beavers and the octopi aren't crystallized. I just want more crystallized models, honestly. You there, I saved your life. Perform service for me.
Would you like to see a magic trick? Watch carefully. As you can see, there is nothing up my left sleeve and nothing up my right sleeve. But now, with a wave of my hands and the magic word, Alakazam!
And here I thought that... Oh, I know what the problem is. Hold on. Whoops. Okay, it should be fixed now, hopefully.
You wanna see...
Okay, so it wasn't the game's fault at all. Earlier I turned on an auto hotkey script that intercepts my controller inputs. So that's what was happening. Oh, Manny.
You wanna see the trick again? Well, alright. But I want you to know this isn't as easy as it looks. Alakazam!
I don't like how his mustache protrudes straight forward out of his face for like 2 or 3 inches before arching directly upwards. Like, it's kind of cursed, actually.
All this magic is just misdirection, you know? Which is why I'm going to start that whirlwind over there. Abracadabra!
Now, I'm pretty sure that the type of magic that you're doing is, like, real. Especially given that you somehow stole it from the sorceress. Oh, shoot. Surprise, I survived that one. Also, are these guys stealing the sorceress's magic the reason why she felt the need to come to the Dragon Worlds and steal ours? Are these guys the true villains behind everything?
Okay, I'll show you again. If you watch carefully, maybe you'll be able to see how it's done.
Oh, money bags.
Did you know I happen to be a very talented amateur magician? My specialty is the amazing extending bridge trick. I'd love to show you, but I'll need a small donation first. For my expenses, you understand.
1,000 gems to cross this bridge. Not again. Okay, fine.
Very good. Let's see. Hocus pocus, zigglety zen. Make this bridge get long again.
They really upped the pressure with money bags in this last world.
I've been working on a great new magic trick, but this bear keeps spoiling it.
Well, then kill him. Yeah, like, I really get the feeling that they wanted to make sure that you really, really did not like money bags. Also, just to be clear, it's totally okay when I'm the one to hoard every gem in the game, but when he does it, it's not okay.
Well, I suppose I could show you my new trick. As long as you promise not to tell the great Zamboni, he steals all my best work. Alakazam!
Zamboni is an interesting name for a spellcaster to use. If you're not familiar, a Zamboni is it's like a rideable machine that resurfaces ice.
Here, you can have this. I was going to use it in a trick, but my magic, it just keeps bouncing off.
Lloyd, with 2 L's. Minigame portal there, and thing that I can open with a, what's the word? Thing that I can open with a key there. Let's do this first. Perish. Oh, it's like Super Mario 64. I love slides. That said, the handling on this one is much better, for better or for worse. The ones in 64 would have thrown me off like 5 times during that. Is that Eloise or Eloise? I'm not sure. Good old Bentley.
Good evening, Spyro. The amazing Rendini is about to put on a display of prestidigitation. I've heard it's quite impressive, so I'm going to watch the show.
Don't mind me, just pushing boxes. The greatest security in all the land is nothing before a Yeti.
I'm afraid my magic show seems to have overexcited them all. All they need is a good bonker on the head to calm them down. And you look like just the Yeti to have. A light tap on the head should sort them out. But be careful, my friends are trying to burrow after them.
Something that I like is that all the spellcaster NPCs seem to have their own unique saves. I like how this starts out like, oh, these guys are coming out so slowly, how am I ever gonna get enough? And then abruptly it's like, oh god, everything at once.
Well, that did not do it. See, they've got themselves all worked up into a tizzy. You'll have to try again. A light to top up.
Do not bash the gnomes. I will make an effort. While things are slow, I'll grab gems.
Well, a light.
I also will say, I like how as long as the gnome hasn't actually... Gnome? I like how as long as the, mole hasn't actually gone underground yet, you got a very, very generous window to hit it in.
Well, that a light.
I call shenanigans, there was no gnome on screen.
Well, a light.
These dang gnomes. They got no survival instincts. Then again, they are gnomes. That's kind of one of their things.
Well, a light.
Like, if you see a Yeti doing this, I feel like walking towards it is not what you want to be doing. And I say this as a fox who herself struggles to, think along similar lines. Just some things are more obviously dangerous than others. I'm running out of time.
Well, a
You know, it occurs to me that if I accidentally kill all of his friends, eventually this will become easy. Like, this guy can't be that popular. He'll run out of friends eventually, I'm sure.
well, a
This time limit really doesn't give you a lot of time. Which I suppose is kind of the point. I don't know, some of these swings just feel like they're more accurate than others. Our time is roughly 1 mole every 3 seconds, which is something I'm kind of struggling to hit at times. There we go.
Done! And look! One of my friends dug this up whilst chasing the moles.
I really hope that one doesn't have a round 2. Hank. He'll tell you what. Alright, let's get the rest of those gems. I still need to head back out and find the key for that one lockbox, but I think I remember where that is. I think that's an egg thief, actually. Hold on. Max. Yeah, if memory serves, you get the key by getting to a place you can only get to by flying. Grace. Not the most graceful looking child, but perhaps they'll grow into it. But yeah, if memory serves, the key is up on top of one of these up on top of one of these, like, wall areas. Like this, yes. And from there, I can simply crack it open. That was not, however, the final gem of this area, as it would seem. We are missing 10. There we go. So yeah, we spent 1,000, got 700 back. Luckily, we are staying on top of our gems, so spending them isn't too disastrous. Harbor Speedway, did I do that one already? I did not. Let's do that now. Bolster the gem count in question. I will do the time attack first, thank you. I like how they just gave up. Like, screw it. That's the last line of his dialogue. If memory serves, this lighthouse that I just flew by is where Hunter hangs out on this level. And surprised that charge lasted as long as it did. Kobe takes the egg, yeets it into the ocean. I will race the blue-footed birds. I know how the races work, I just really like listening to Sparks talk. Also, these boobies don't look very blue-footed. Is that racist? Or like ableist? They don't quite live up to expectations no matter how you cut it. That said, I'm entirely willing to help them achieve their ultimate purpose of becoming chicken nuggets. It's right, Chimkin. Imagine if spamming your breath behind them like that just inspired them to fly faster. Like, oh, I better speed up. Like, otherwise, this crazy fox really will have me for lunch. That said, they're going pretty fast. Catching up to that last one's not going to be easy. I don't have a lot of time left to do it in. don't have much time at all. Nope. I don't even have the completion. Okay, gotta be more aggressive about grabbing boosts. It seems they're serious this time around. There is a star, like a blue one, under that one arch. I just keep forgetting that it's there. And then by the time it's actually on screen, it's too late to actually grab it. I'll just try and have to remember where on the course it actually is. I think it's there. There we go. You just gotta be more aggressive sometimes. For some reason, probably because of the skateboarding earlier, my mind is going to Sonic Riders. The combination of the skateboard racing and now this racing. Sonic Riders was really fun, actually. Though I had a bit of a... oh no. I had a bit of a weird mixed experience with that game because... how good the game handled was actually entirely contingent on which controller you were using. At least for me. Because, like, we had first-party GameCube controllers, and if you used those, it was, like, really, really hard to ride a tailwind. But we also had a third-party controller, and if you used that, you would, like, magnetize to it. And I don't know why. Anyway, I won. Jesse. We have to go fast. Right, let's head over to that lighthouse and see if Hunter's there. Probably for some more sheep kidnapping stuff.
Where do these flying sheep saucers keep coming from? I just saw another one grab an egg and fly off. This one's super fast, but his saucer is damaged and it's leaving smoke rings. I think I can keep up with them as long as I can make it through those rings. I'm gonna chase him down.
Hurry up already.
Be right back.
I like how the alien sheep are just like a consistent element that, as far as I can tell, never gets expanded on. Just like, yeah, these are kind of all over the place.
Where do these flying sheep saucers keep I'm gonna check. I'll be right.
I call shenanigans. I totally was through that ring. Oh well. Get caught up to, nerd. That's basically one full lap.
Yes! That was close. The egg popped out just before the saucer crash landed.
Sarah. I've always been fond of the name Sarah. I cut Sparks off, my bad. Not a huge abundance of treasure, but it's more because my sense of scale is now much grander than it was a few hubs ago. Oh, Dino Mines. I think I mentioned last time that this level in particular has a special place in my heart. I wonder if the old glitch is still in here. I just realized the pun. They're using dynamite in the Dino Mines.
Well, gosh darn it, Spyro. I came in here to check on my prisoner only to find out he'd somehow got away again. Then when I came in to look around for clues, one of them routed dinosaurs went and locked me in. Now they're out there causing all sorts of trouble and there's not a thing I can do about it.
Sucks to be you. Maybe they should have hired a more confident sheriff. I like how the bullets aren't silly. They're just straight up shooting guns at you. I appreciate that. Like, normally the projectiles here are silly. Like, they'll have, like, angry faces painted on them or something along those lines. Not here. I totally should be able to break these windows. I will say, I've never actually been a fan of the whole Wild West aesthetic. Like with the dust and the tumbleweeds everywhere, and like the entire town is just like one strip of buildings all facing the same direction. Never really been my thing. Oh, that's cracked. Romy? He wasn't built in a day. I'm not an expert on the subject, but I'm pretty sure guns don't work that well underwater. Like, wouldn't the water stop the bullets from going very far? I know that water is really, really good at diffusing light. Like, every foot of water that, like, light passes through cuts the intensity in half. I end up dead. Rip. Okay, so... if I can get Zoe to reappear, I can try and trigger the glitch. Ow. So what you need is for, like I said, you need Zoe to be here. And then what you do is you get underwater in time for her to zap you, which I think she did. And then you die. And if the glitch still works the way it used to... okay, it doesn't. In the PlayStation version, what would happen is you'd have a checkpoint outside of the water, but you'd have had your state saved while you were under the water. So you'd spawn up here while swimming, and then you could just like arbitrarily fly throughout the entire level. And it was actually very, very fun. I couldn't figure out how I'd done it as a child. So I spent like 20 minutes just flying around because it was a novel experience.
Well, I'll be, so that's how my prisoners keep escaping. Here, take this dinosaur egg away before it hatches and causes more trouble. I think it must have been the runt of the litter, though.
Cheeky.
Jump in, Jehoshaphat. That's the cutest looking dinosaur I ever did see.
Alright, you live. I like the implication that he could have lowered the bars at any point. And just didn't out of, like, presumably raw shame.
One of them dinosaurs threw an egg down this flooded mine shaft. I'd get it back for you, but I ain't such a strong swimmer.
Alright, I'll do it.
Ow.
Don't complain. I just have to not get exploded along the way, and I am very good at not getting exploded. Thankfully, those guys don't seem to have gems in them, so I don't need to worry about killing them all.
That was some mighty fine swimming, young dragon.
Hell yeah. Well, that was a detour. I do believe I saw an Agent 9 portal. I spy an Agent 9 portal.
The sheriff promised me I could be a deputy, so I'm off to help clear out all the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I just realized Agent 9's portal had like a distinct visual appearance. I wonder if that's actually the same for all the companions.
If you just calm down for a second and stop all that whooping and hollering, I could tell you what's going on. The Bailey gang are holed up in them buildings over there. You're gonna have to go in there and flush them out.
Darn tootin'.
Well, good luck to you.
And it's a rail shooter. I have it out for every window, except for that one off to the right that I missed. Wanted Sheila, wanted Bentley. Yeah, precision shooting minigames on a console are a bit of a mess, in my opinion. Also, yay, skill fight. Luckily, I do not also die in one hit.
The Bailey gang was trying so hard to steal this egg. That's not like them at all. I reckon someone must have put them up to it.
Sharon? Let's just grab all those gems that I spotted but could not claim previously. There's something very, very satisfying about breaking glass. I couldn't tell you why, it just is. I'm not sure if that's every gem here. And I don't think I can use Spark's radar as Agent 9. Yes, I can, never mind. Sergio, I presume is how you pronounce that. There aren't that many eggs left in the game. Yeah, I presume that Sparks is pointing towards the entrance. Let's see. Leap of Faith. As well as 62 gems. Oh, interesting. I did not realize that cacti could contain gems. Not quite the leap of faith that I needed to make. But that is where the last egg is, just not where I wanted to get to it from. Probably from around the other corner, actually. Alright, leap of faith. Is that right here? Yes, it is. Wonderful. Dan. Not that many gems left. Gems? What? Eggs. But there's also not that many gems left. Right, wonderful. World complete. There's probably only 1 or 2 more worlds overall, not including the sorceress and the bonus. I know that there's the sort of Egyptian one, Haunted Tomb. If this has... how many eggs am I up to? 6. So yeah, probably 2 worlds left.
Ah, yet another daredevil adventurer has come to rob our catacombs of loot. Let's just hope you're made of tougher stuff than the last guy. If you can survive the trials of our catacombs and answer my riddle, we will give you a prize befitting your efforts. Here is my riddle. I am a vessel without hinges, lock, or lid. Yet, within my walls, a golden treasure is hid. What am I?
Probably some kind of fruit. That said, we don't have a huge amount of time left, so I'm going to go find the other world so that I know which one it actually is. I've done Crystal Island. I've done Agent 9's lab. I've done the tomb. I can't do the bonus world up there. Sorry, I thought I saw a seam in the staircase. Let's see. I just did Dino Mines. I recently did Mirror Speedway. Pretty sure I can't do that until I clear the Sorceress, and you know what? This is probably where the last stuff is. So actually, in practice, the last world is probably the Egyptian one. Alright. Alright, we're in a bit of an awkward spot where we've got about 5 minutes left, but the only things left to do are more of a time commitment than I would like. So I think we'll cut it just a little bit short tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Next scheduled stream is on Friday. The game is Metroid Prime 2. The next time I'm playing this game in particular will be on Wednesday. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful night, and I hope to see you again. Good night.